In this 21st century, times are changing drastically. Single parenting has reached an all-time high and has become more of an epidemic than anything else. The question is, why? Does it have to be this way? There is a way to prevent this terrible epidemic. We here at GASP feel that by education, we can certainly cut those numbers tremendously. Benjamin Franklin once quoted that an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And I would agree with that 100%. If we can educate single parents now, we could prevent possible problems and the continuation of this epidemic. Our goal is to prevent single parents' children from growing up becoming single parents themselves. Now, although even with the best education, the best prevention, and the best information, 100% of single parenting will not be prevented. But if we could prevent 1/3 of the numbers, that to me is better than continuing to sit back and allow things to remain the same. If we can reach the single parents now, it may prevent potential problems in the future. According to a report released by the U.S. Census Bureau in November 2009, there are 13.7 million single moms and dads currently raising their children in U.S. 21.8 million children under the age of 21 are being raised by a single parent. Statistically, this number has not changed since 1994. This represents 26.3% of all children under 21 in the U.S. alone. Now, young girls whose mothers were teenagers at the time of their birth are over 80% more likely to become teenage mothers themselves. Why am I so adamant about this subject? My name is Tamika Anderson, founder and president of God's Angel for Single Parents, or GASP Ministries, and here's my story. Being a single parent is what I would like to consider a joyful burden. Joyful because your children love you unconditionally, no matter how much you may feel like you're a mess up. The burden is having to fill the role of both mother, father, friend, and sole provider. Although being a parent is the most wonderful experience in the world, being forced to go it alone can be heartbreaking. I will never forget the day, about 8 years ago, when I sat in my living room and I cried out to God saying, why? The reason I was crying was because I only had $100 left over from my paycheck that was supposed to last me 2 weeks till I was paid again. And I still had 2 major dilemmas. I had to pay my electric bill, and I also needed to buy groceries for me and my children. Now, with all of these dilemmas hanging over my head, why was I forced into a position where I had to make such a difficult decision? Like, which one would I choose? I needed all of them. If I pay my electric bill, then I will have no money to get back and forth to work and no money to buy food. If I bought food, then we will be in the dark. I cried so hard until my body literally became numb. I just remember saying, God, it's not fair. And shortly afterwards, I got a knock on my door. It was one of my new neighbors asking to borrow my phone. Long story short, she ended up buying us groceries. I thanked God because He had sent me an angel. And that day, God began to show me the word gasp. And that's when I conceived the vision of God's Angel for Single Parents. The mission of GASP is to educate, inform, and empower single parents to rise above their situation and to ensure a better quality of life for both them and their children. Our goal is primarily to educate our single parents in major areas of struggle, whether it's underemployment, unemployment, and also the court system, including child support. After 5 long years of research, I realized that I had a difficult task ahead of me. And I just want to say that I am grateful you are exploring this journey with me. And know that you will be tremendously blessed because of your decision to support our cause.